In this video, what I'm going to be doing is looking at some of the latest and greatest in Fallout 76 news. Some new details around this DLC and when we'll actually get to play it. Spoilers, it's not actually right now as many of us were expecting, but in reality that may be a good thing. But even further, we're going to discuss some updates to that secret ending I recently talked about, as well as some more news and actual data or evidence around people being banned or maybe falsely banned in Fallout 76. If you guys do enjoy the content, you can leave a like or subscribe. And if you want to hear one particular story or another, I will have timestamps down below in the description and a pinned comment. So our first major thing to talk about is the DLC, and hey, it's not here. The first day of the Wild Appalachia DLC cycle was meant to come out today, March 12th, but just yesterday Bethesda tweeted out, "We are moving the release of Wild Appalachia back one day on all platforms. We just need a little bit more time to brew. Experience the new quest, crafting station, and much more starting now on March 13th. So that being tomorrow, and it'll likely be around 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So naturally for Bethesda, this isn't the most ideal. The very first DLC coming to this game getting delayed, even though it's just by one day, is probably something they didn't want to happen. This news came out around midday yesterday, and I did consider making a video on it then, but I wanted to wait to see if we actually got any responses as to why this was happening. Well, I waited and we didn't hear anything. There have been no real comments or official statements from Bethesda or the community managers as to why it got pushed back a day, but you certainly can speculate, and I think a lot of people are overall viewing this as a fairly good thing. Even though this initial DLC is fairly small compared to other DLCs we've seen for Fallout games, this first day is just going to add in a couple of new crafting stations. I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on it as it is the first new content that is coming for free to Fallout 76. I would expect a lot of videos and articles around it come this Wednesday, so for that reason it's pretty important Bethesda gets it right. It doesn't have a ton of bugs or it doesn't have as many issues as the game had on release. There were some other users speculating that maybe it wasn't that they discovered a last-minute bug, but that it just wasn't complete. Even though we don't know the official numbers of people actively working on Fallout 76, it certainly seems like the team is on the smaller side based on past updates, so it doesn't sound crazy to me. Maybe they were doing crunch time and just didn't crunch hard enough. But at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. It's only pushed back one day, and it still seems like all future DLC, like the one coming out in 1 week from now, is still going to be maintaining their dates. Outside of that, we actually have some updates around that proposed secret ending for Fallout 76. In effect, one poster found that when you actually launch a nuke at certain fissure zones, it will close up those fissure zones. So the idea was, if we maybe close up every fissure zone like this on the map, will there be some kind of special ending to the game? I made a video somewhat debunking this for two main reasons. First and foremost, in the data mine files of Fallout 76, nothing has been reflective of a secret ending like this. But even further, somebody made a short video of him attempting this, and he said he was unsuccessful. Nothing was different after closing all those fissure sites. Well, either way, the Discord around this project, the people actually attempting to do this, has made a new discovery. I will have a link to their Discord down below if you guys are interested, but in effect, what they found was, after nuking and closing those fissures, they actually reopen after 7.5 hours, not just when a server restarts, which was previously assumed. So now this puts in a pretty strict time limit. You have to close all of these fissures within 7.5 hours. Otherwise, some of the ones you closed first will start to reopen, and then when you actually fight the Scorched Beast Queen, you won't have every fissure closed. This actually has a couple of implications. First and foremost, a lot of the estimated timings to launch all of the nukes required for this experiment would take over 7.5 hours, so now they're trying to figure out a new method to accomplish this. But it also calls into question that original post that was apparently disproving this. In that post, the author does say he actually checked all the fissure sites and reported they still were closed after launching all the nukes. But according to these new calculations, that shouldn't have been possible. And either way, in conclusion, the people behind this post are moving forward. They are going to continue to attempt to close all these fissures or figure out the right timings to do so. And even further, if you guys are interested, if you do want to participate in this, I again will have their Discord link down below. I wouldn't be too hopeful. Again, a secret ending like this probably would have been found through data mining. I know of several people who have dug quite extensively through the files of Fallout 76 and not found anything of the like. But hey, maybe everyone just missed it and maybe there actually is something here. And even just in general, the Discord is just filled with a bunch of people trying to find some of the secrets of Fallout 76. I think win or lose, they're having a good time in the process. So for the last major story I do want to talk about, it is in regards to some of those bans. So if you guys do remember, a couple of weeks ago, we did have a new ban wave to Fallout 76. In effect, it seems like what was going on here was if you had over 100,000 items go through your account in a 30-day period, it was flagged and subsequently banned. We don't have an explicit list of what those items were, but Bethesda referred to them as rare items, and we know of a couple based on ban emails. And to be clear with that, it wasn't to have 100,000 items at a given time, but rather over that 30-day period to have 100,000 or more of those items be used by your character. Like craft ammo, use a bunch of ammo, then craft some more ammo. And there's a couple of interesting points around this. First and foremost, a lot of people reported being falsely banned, but also in the ban email, they were alerted to the fact that when these methods were patched in a future update, many of those individuals would be unbanned. As of yet, we still haven't heard anything about this unban wave. It could be coming tomorrow with this next patch and first DLC, but we don't know that. And even further, you probably remember the one very notable case of the guy who was apparently playing Fallout 76 for 900 hours and then was subsequently banned. In his ban email, it shows that he was banned for having way too many rounds of ultrasight ammo pass through his account. What he argued was he was basically doing this because he was trading ammo in between his main account and secondary accounts. So even though in his original email it says he had 140,000 rounds of ultrasight ammo, he says he never actually had that much, he was just trading a stack of it in between two accounts over the course of 30 days. So whether or not he's telling the truth or not, we'll never know. Maybe he's lying, maybe he's not, but either way, there actually have been some people to try and attempt this, to see if they could recreate this ban under a similar system based on what that guy was saying. So I had this video shared with me a couple of days ago, and in effect what they're doing here is they create a totally new account for Fallout 76, they show that, and then they have their friend on another account trade them 5,000 rounds of ultrasight ammo, that same ammo type that the 900 hours guy was apparently banned for. Then over the course of the video, they show them just trading it back and forth for around 20 minutes, and it resumes roughly 1 hour after this to log in and show that that account was apparently banned. Although an important distinction here, there is a cut in between when he finishes the trading and then actually shows him being banned. Some people have said he probably just duped in that time to fake this ban video. But outside of that, we've actually had subsequent videos of people crafting other kinds of ammo. One user shows how he has tens of thousands of other kinds of ammo that he actually got the raw resources for via trading. And apparently, at least as of right now, he is yet to be banned. But again, naturally, this could be a case of he was banned and is hiding it to try and push a certain narrative, just like the other video could be faking a ban to push a certain narrative. And apparently that's where we're at with the Fallout 76 community. So with that, I think it's really important for you guys to reach your own conclusions. People lie, people tell the truth. I don't know which of these is going on with these two videos. Although personally, I'm pretty inclined to believe both of them. I think it could be pretty likely that ultrasight ammo is considered a rare ammo. Trading to get over 100,000 of that in a 30-day period could get your account flagged, while some of the other more basic ammos aren't considered rare and thus don't have an impact. They won't get your account flagged. A lot of people do cite that original ban email for the 900 hours guy, where it does show other ammo types, but I think what could have happened here was he was originally flagged for the ultrasight ammo, but then when they looked at his account and saw all that information together, they used it to create a more complete picture that he is likely doing something illegitimate. At least that's what Bethesda thought. If this is true and you can actually get your account flagged and subsequently banned just from trading items back and forth between two characters, it seems pretty likely to me that some people were falsely banned. Now maybe they were able to go through the appeals process and get out of it, but at least with this most recent ban wave, I haven't heard of that being a thing. But even further, if this video is true, I would say it's probably very unlikely for you to find yourself in this situation. I can't imagine there's too many people out there that have two separate accounts and are regularly trading large stacks of items between them. They probably do it periodically, but it would take a lot of trading back and forth to actually reach a number like 100,000 with most of the rare items of Fallout 76. That's not to say it's impossible. I'm sure some people, again, were false flagged as a result of this, but these are fairly specific conditions that I don't think apply to many people. So all in all, a very interesting mixed bag of news. Some potentially positive news with the delay of the first DLC, although I imagine now if it ends up having issues, people will be extra mad since they delayed it. But even further, I've been following that Operation Tourniquet thing, that being trying to find the secret ending to Fallout 76 quite closely, and it's really interesting. Because even if there is no secret ending, just a group of people trying to uncover certain secrets about the game is a lot of fun. I definitely will look forward to participating in that kind of stuff. And even if nothing else, we found out that you can close the fissure sites and they have a kind of animation when they open back up. And then finally, on that banning situation, this in particular seems the craziest to me because there are some people that are so adamant that every ban or most of the bans are totally legitimate, and then other people that have been professing for weeks that they were banned wrongly. I really don't know what to believe. In reality, it's probably somewhere in the middle of those two. There's probably some people that were banned wrongly. I'm sure there's also some people that are lying about being banned wrongly, but just some of the stuff going on around that situation is scarily similar to US politics. So either way, hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. Hopefully it was informative for you. I definitely actually had a lot of fun making it. And for those wondering, yes, tomorrow I obviously will have a video on the new DLC. I might try and live stream, but as you could probably tell, my throat's not in the best shape right now. It's just kind of hurt slightly for 8 days, but like never enough to warrant going to the doctor. So I'm not sure what's up. I'm not sure if I can make it through an hour or two long live stream, but I'll definitely give it a go. Either way, I'll have something up on the new DLC tomorrow. But with that, I hope to see you all next time. Later.